Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I really appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, just simply check out the description below. All are welcome on this channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. It's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your like, shares, support. Make sure you tell a family, friend, and foe you know to come on over and subscribe to the channel. So they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There is enough space in this place for everyone to be notified. Okay. All right, I have two cards here. And the first card I have here, it says public image, worried about appearances, can't relax and conceited. So possibly collective. This could be your energy or someone around you. Maybe you're dealing with someone, or maybe you know someone who could be known to be called conceited or arrogant. Me myself, I just call it being confident or overly confident. But either way, I don't see it as a negative thing. But there may be some people judging, from the outside lines. Don't like the idea that you are confident. Don't like the idea that you are standing in your power. You love who you are, and it's in your walk and in your talk. I'm hearing, it's in your communication, the way you care about yourself, about your family, about your children, the way you parent, the way you love your lover, the way you communicate. It's in your walk and it's in your talk. But this card here says public image, and it says that someone could be worried about their appearance or conceited. Okay, they can't relax. So this could be someone possibly passing judgment onto you, collective. This could be someone projecting, calling you arrogant or conceited. This is the energy of someone being angry at your confidence. They don't like it, okay? They don't like that you love yourself. They don't like that you take time, like I said, to nurture yourself. They don't like that you put in the work that is necessary and required. And so instead of just saying, that's wonderful, that the collective is confident, or that's wonderful that they're working on progress, this person rather shift the narrative because your image is making an impact on them. So it's not that you're conceited, you're confident, and you're focused on yourself. I'm also picking up that you're not someone to allow outside noise to irritate you as much. It has taken you some time to become settled within yourself, to come to the acceptance of yourself. And so you've done a lot of progress in your life, and it's just irritating a lot of people, and it's disturbing them. Possibly because maybe in the past, maybe they had control over you. Maybe you were more open. Maybe they felt that they could utilize you for different things, whether it was money or ride, I don't know, lounging around your crib, calling you, dumping their negative energy on you. It could be anything, but this is the energy of projection. I'm picking that up right away, and it's very clear. This is how someone is observing you from the outside. And this could be someone that you know or someone that you don't know. They could feel just because, you're neat in your appearance, you take time to wash your face, put on some moisturizer. They could consider that to be as arrogant, or you think you all that, when actually it's just natural things that people do. It's called self-care and it's called hygiene. It does not mean that you're arrogant, but because it makes them feel some kind of way, they want to control the narrative and shift it as if you're trying to be rude or bold towards someone. So yeah, that's what that is. The next card we have here says about bad timing, too little, too late, taken, not ready to love again. So This bad timing energy here is the energy of someone who's also observing you. One moment they're saying that you're arrogant because you have chosen to work on progress and you're looking beautiful and handsome doing it, collective. And then the next minute there is an X. I'm picking up someone you no longer deal with. This could be people that you know and that you don't know who's projecting this energy onto you. There could be someone attracted to you and they want to approach you, but they feel too intimidated. Okay, you could be a loner. You could be um, someone self-taught. That's for someone who knows and who has taught themselves a lot. Okay, different skills. You're very multifaceted. Okay, but there's someone who wants to approach you, but they're very intimidated by your energy, by your aura. They don't know you, but they're choosing to project their insecurities onto you. So it keeps them at a standstill and it keeps them stagnant from actually approaching you and expressing their true intentions, such as, "Hello, how are you? Would you like to go out? Could we exchange numbers? Would you like to go get some coffee, or could we go for a walk in the park?" Okay, so their negative projections are is actually keeping them stagnant from proceeding towards you. Okay, and so this person feels like it's too little, too late. This is them all in their head, telling themselves, "Oh, they may have somebody, or they may got a lot of people after them. Oh, they probably arrogant. They probably this. They're probably a gold digger. They're probably uppity." They're making a lot of negative assumptions. And once again, they're projecting their insecurities onto you. Now, this could be people, like I said, that you know and that you don't know, just passing judgment on someone they don't know. And just because someone knew you or knows you from your past does not mean they know you in your present. We are constantly in the energy of evolution. Is constantly taking place. We're always changing. Things are changing inside and outside of us. So if these are people that you no longer socialize with, even if it's 2 or 3 years ago, they don't know the new you. There's a lot that has changed for the better. There's a lot of progress that you have done. You're continuously working on growth and development. And this is something you're supposed to do. There's no need for you to dim your light or change who you are, Spirit is saying. They need to work on themselves, but instead they're focused on you. We're supposed to observe people and witness people receiving accolades, making progresses, becoming successful, and we're supposed to utilize that as motivation to work on the things within us that makes us happy, to work on our own passions. We're not supposed to be so focused, hyper focused, that we become envious or jealous, or we projecting our insecurities onto others. That creates stagnation within itself. Now we're going to go into the tarot now. But this energy here, this is projection. This is someone outside of you. This is not your energy. The mere fact that you believe in self-care, you believe in maybe exfoliating your skin, maybe you give yourself facials, even keeping clean, neat fingernails, that's for somebody. Someone loves a good mani and pedi, male or female. I think that is wonderful. Keep it going. These are things that people acknowledge about you. They notice this about you. You smell good. You look good. And you don't have to have high-end clothing or a lot of money. You just take very good care of yourself, and it stands out. And it often intimidates people. It's giving someone the sensation that you're untouchable, or you won't communicate with them, but all this is it's not real. It's an illusion. This is all being played out in their head. This is what they're thinking. It's not you. This is what they're thinking. So once again, it's a them problem. Okay. They see you as the Queen of Pentacles. Remember, there's no gender in tarot. Okay. They see you as the Queen of Pentacles here. They see you as someone sitting on your throne, very confident. Like I said, you smell good, you look good, you're very neat in your clothing. As far as your home, you can be someone very clean and tidy. You take your trash out every day. You don't let it sit in your house for days or weeks at a time, and stink up the place. You believe in self-care. You believe in cleanness, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. And the next card we have here is the Page of Wands. So this person wants to come towards you. They're very enthusiastic about coming towards you. They tell themselves a lot of great things, like, "This is going to be the day I'm going to approach him. This is going to be the day I'm going to call him. This is going to be the day I'm going to email him." But as soon as they get this close, they back up. It's like typing a text and not pressing the send button. So this could be someone that does that, if they have your number or if they have their email. They type a message, but they don't press the send button. The next card we have here is the Five of Wands. And so the Five of Wands is, conflict, competition. So this person is, in conflict with themselves. This battle that is on the screen here and the wands are blazing. This is a battle within their head. If they would just simply, come correct, if they're attracted to you and just speak to you, say a simple hello, how are you? If you say yes, they have to be willing to accept the word. I mean, not yes. If you say no, they have to be willing to accept no. Some people don't like to be rejected. There are men and women in this world who become upset. They don't know how to deal or cope with rejection. But you'll never know. Your answer is on the other side of fear. And so they need to stop feeding the fears and go ahead and address the issue if they are attracted to you. Or other than that, just simply go mind their business, okay, and go work on their growth and development. Go work on their hygiene. Go work on progressing in their own personal life. Because all of this projection and these assumptions, which are false about you, you're not arrogant. You believe in loving yourself and caring about yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong that you like a clean kitchen and bathroom. This could also be someone like a relative or someone who has been to your home, or they know how you take care of home. Every time you go over there, it's so this, it's so that. So and so is funny. They don't want you putting their feet on their sofa. There could be conversations like that. Family members or friends, someone who has like been in your home, your apartment, or they know how clean and neat you is, and it's just something about the order you have in your life. It's intimidating to people. But Spirit is saying, don't change that. Keep that high vibing energy going. If you practice feng shui, good for you. Keep it going. Let that energy flow. Okay. This is really infantile for someone to be upset over how someone else chooses to maintain their well-being. This is really. Meanwhile, with the Three of Wands, this person is in a mystery. They're very confused. This could be someone who feels lonely, but they're not alone. But this is something that they are inflicting on themselves. They're looking at you and they're measuring their life compared to yours. And when you should never compare yourself to anyone, it's really a waste of time. And it is an illusion. It will give you a false sense of hope and value. You should never compare yourself to anyone. Okay. The next card we have here is the Six of Pentacles. And so they see you as someone who's also very charitable. You could be someone who's very involved on your job, in your community, at your church, in some kind of organization you're connected to. You could have a lot of leisure activities that you do with your children. You just have a life, a busy life. You're very active. You have associates. You have things to do on the weekend, places to go, if you choose. If you want to stay in and watch a great movie on the weekend, you can do that. If you choose to go out and you need company, you can do that. You have a lot of options in your life, but the life you live is yours. We all are uniquely, individually, divinely created. And it's up to them to find their own purpose and to choose to put their energy into themselves instead of focusing on you, instead of monitoring you. Because what they're doing, they're misappropriating their own favor, blessings, and opportunities by focusing on you so much. Okay? The next card we have here is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, represents chivalry and romance. So this person could also be watching and monitoring, your romantic connections, your relationship that you have with your partner, with your spouse. They could also be envying that. This person is watching different areas of your life and just critiquing. And possibly when they do have an opportunity to gather with friends or family, you're the topic of discussion. And it's coming to a point where the people around them are becoming disgusted with the idea, not with you, but with the idea that they're so hyper focused on someone else who has nothing to do with them personally. So people are starting to look at them like something needs to be done with the justice and the upright, okay? The one and the one here, equaling the two, a two representing balance. So it's time for this person to bring some balance within their personal life and give themselves the justice of, stop minding your business so much And so the demeanor of this judge's face here is the demeanor of the people they are hanging around. They're wondering, like, why are you so hyper focused on the collective like this? They're not thinking about you. Why are they always the topic of discussion? We just asked you what you got planned for Friday night, and you're bringing up the collective. So people are starting to wonder and also worry about this person's mental faculties. Maybe there was a time when they were able to bring you up and gossip about you, or gather with people who they knew envied you as well, or gather with people who they knew didn't want to see you happy, but it's wearing out. That's why I'm a firm believer, and I always share, you can do what you want, free will here, but I always share, never ever defend gossip, never ever explain yourself or prove a point. Nature takes care of its own. If a person chooses to want to sabotage or lie on you, simply let it be, and nature will take care of its own. A season after season, we watch this occur on a regular basis. The old leaves fall off, and then the trees go back into bloom, and wow, new leaves and new flowers are blossoming, new grass grows. So you never have to defend a lie. The truth will always reveal itself. And clearly, this person is not satisfied, like this disgruntled child here, very upset and not satisfied, because the actions and the plot plan and strategies that they've tried to project towards you and propose towards you is simply not working. It's getting old. The story is getting old. The gossip is getting old. People are tired. There's a lot going on in the world. We all are going through spiritual shifts and ascensions and changes, and we're embracing changes, and we all have our personal lives, we have our work lives, and there's too much going on, and the people around them is looking like, look, life is enough. Why is it that you so focused? And they simply can't answer. And so they're getting angry because no one will join them. No one will join them on the bandwagon of spewing hate your way collective. People are simply just shaking their head like, we don't get it. The collective has done nothing to you. And we also heard the collective does not even deal with you. So this could be family, people that do know you, or you could be related to old friends, people you used to date. This could be neighbors. This could be someone on social media, if you are on social media. Okay, or this could be some kind of group that you're connected to, where people are just having these conversations that are very low vibrational, trying to slander your character, and just a lot of nefarious intentions, but they're not succeeding. And so Spirit is saying, continue to stay focused on yourself, because no seeds that they plant will ever succeed. They will only have a blowback, will blow back up in their face. They will receive the energy that they put out. Okay, so stay focused on yourself. We have a lot of beautiful things going on here. The next card we have here is the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords here, this is simply clarity. This is new ideas. Continue to focus on your new ideas. Continue to focus on what's working for you, the positive people, places, and things that support you. Don't give your time and energy to anything that you know that is anything less than the best. I mean, this is what they're saying anyway. You're stuck up, all right. No, you're not stuck up. You're just making choices. You're being mindful of who you allow into your life. And as you should, everyone has a choice of the life they want to lead. If you like toxic energy, most likely you'll entertain toxicity. If you like peace, you'll entertain peace. That's just how it goes. And so I just see you just exercising your free will as an adult, as a person, as a human being here on planet Earth. I don't see, I'm not picking up anything else. Not at all. This person is all in their head, with the Seven of Swords energy, possibly looking, could be searching for something negative to speak about, something new. There is nothing new. There is nothing negative to say about you. And they could be becoming angry, as I showed you, as like the disgruntled kid here, like, man, y'all don't believe me. I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove that the collective is not real. I'm going to prove that they're fake. I'm going to find something. I'm going to, they could be on social media, maybe trolling your pages, maybe looking on old pages, maybe trying to screenshot, take pictures of old pictures or old situations or events so they can go into a crowd and show people, trying to defame your character, trying trying to give a sensation or a thinking where people will think that you're low life, you're irresponsible, you're not a good parent, you're sloppy, and who you are is who you are. If you are a neat freak, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? If you love keeping a clean home, there's nothing wrong with that. But the more this person looks, the longer they stand by that window, and the more they peer with that hood on, trying to, disguise themselves. I'm picking up. You are aware of who this hater is, possibly. Okay, possibly you are, because also. I'm picking up this could be people you don't even know who are watching you and they feel intimidated by you. Now, that's something that is natural. Often we have people who are intimidated by us and we have no idea. We're going on about our lives and you have no idea that, maybe the cashier, at the supermarket doesn't like when you come in, it doesn't pay your bills. You could care less, but, that energy does arise with the longer that this person tries to snoop and try to look for something, they will find nothing. And also, Spirit is saying they will continue to create stagnation onto themselves, which is really the ridiculous part because they're losing in the long run. They're missing out on their own opportunities. They may have someone who's interested in them romantically, or a job opportunity, or someone might want to propose a business deal. There's all kind of different favor and opportunity that they could be missing out on. They're going to miss the boat, Spirit is saying, because they're too hyper focused. In their spare time, this is what they're doing. They're either riding by your house, trolling social media, gossiping about you, or sitting and plotting and trying to strategize to do something nefarious, but it's not working. And what it is doing, it's just creating more karma debt for them to clear. And as I always inform, people, the Karma Cafe is open 24/7 and no one knows when they're going to get their service. So you just have to be careful because there comes a point when you have to let things go and you have to move forward in order to see growth, in order to see progress. Doesn't matter who you are or who you're connected to. You have to simply let things go and let things be so that newness can arrive in your life, whether you are the collective or the cross watcher. With the Five of Swords here, it's time to let go of the indecision, the idea of wanting to be in conflict or competition or wanting someone to, have that sensation of, oh, I want to compete with you. I see you. No, 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 no. There's nothing that you have that the collective wants. Sorry to inform you. No, I'm not sorry, crosswatcher. I'm going to inform you. There's nothing that you have going on that the collective wants, crosswatcher. There's nothing that you have, even if it's a relationship. Most likely you're a third party or a fifth party. Nobody wants a part of that. You're a sidekick, and you probably get the brunt end of the stick. Nobody wants a part of that. Nobody envies that. Okay. That's for somebody. I'm picking that up. Maybe they want you to envy their relationship that they have with their partner. But the relationship they're in is unhealthy. They're not even happy. You see this person walking away, okay? You see this person like, ugh, crazy, watching the collective, still stalking the collective. I wish they quit. I wish they stop. I wanted to go out on a date. They want to stalk social media and look for the collective. So the person that they are dating at this time could also be like fed up with them. Like, I wish they just let it go. They are just obsessed, with stalking the collective and trying to make them look bad. The person they're dating, their own spouse, is getting fed up with their shenanigans. Like, I wish they just cut it out. Give it a break already. This is old. This has been going on for years. Okay, this has been going on for years for somebody. This person just won't stop. They keep trying to get, some kind of old sensation back. The Six of Cups here. They're in that childlike energy, that infantile behavior. The best thing that you can do for yourself is, give yourself nothing less than the best. Do not engage with the goofy. Do not engage with the clown, because if a clown has a stage, they darn well will perform, because that's what clowns do. Later.